one of the biggest companies on the planet. Samsung effectively surrendered to a small American company most investors have never heard of. The result, a deal worth up to $897 million, an equity investment, a 5-year supply agreement, and the end of a patent war that lasted over half a decade. The stock jumped more than 50% in a single day, its biggest one-day gain in over 5 years. That company is Netlist, ticker NLST. And if you watched my earlier video on Netlist, you already know why this matters. Because back then, I told you about the playbook. Sue the memory giants, win in court, and convert those courtroom victories into licensing deals and supply agreements. Netlist ran that exact playbook against SK Hynix in 2021. And now, they've just run it again, against Samsung. Today we're breaking down every piece of this deal, the 5 separate agreements Samsung just signed, why Samsung finally folded after years of fighting, what this actually means for Netlist's financials, and the one remaining domino that could be the next big catalyst. Stick around to the end, because the most interesting part of this story isn't the money Samsung is paying today, it's what this deal signals about the fight that's still going on. Quick disclaimer before we dive in. I'm not a financial advisor, and nothing in this video is financial advice. This is analysis of a news event and a company's strategy, not a price prediction. Small cap stocks like Netlist are extremely volatile, they can move 50% in a day in either direction. Always do your own research, and never invest money you can't afford to lose. Alright, let's get into it. First, a quick refresher for anyone new here. Netlist is a company based in Irvine, California, founded by SK Hynix, a former LG Semicon executive. They design advanced memory modules for servers, but their real crown jewel is their patent portfolio. We're talking foundational patents on server memory technology, DIMM modules, and even high-bandwidth memory, the HBM chips that power every single AI accelerator on the planet. For years, Netlist claimed that the biggest memory makers in the world, Samsung, SK Hynix, and Micron, were using Netlist's patented technology without paying for it. And instead of just complaining about it, Netlist took them to court. And here's the thing, they kept winning. In April of 2023, a Texas jury ordered Samsung to pay Netlist $303 million for willful patent infringement. In May of 2024, another jury hit Micron with a $445 million verdict. And in November of 2024, Samsung lost again, this time for an additional $118 million. Add it up, and that's over $860 million in jury verdicts, won by a company that was doing around $100 million in quarterly revenue. But here's what I told you in the last video, and it's the key to understanding everything that happened this week. Jury verdicts are not the endgame. Verdicts get appealed, reduced, tied up in courts for years. The real endgame is forcing the giants to the negotiating table. That's what happened with SK Hynix in 2021, a cross-license and supply deal. And that's exactly what just happened with Samsung. So let's break down what was actually announced, because this isn't one agreement. According to the 8K filing Netlist submitted to the SEC, this is 5 separate agreements, all signed as a package, with a 5-year term. Think of it as a complete reset of the relationship between these two companies. Agreement number 1, the patent cross-license. This is the centerpiece. Samsung gets access to Netlist's complete patent portfolio, including the server DIMM and high-bandwidth memory technologies. And critically, Samsung's license is royalty-bearing, meaning they pay. Netlist's license going the other way is royalty-free. In exchange, Samsung pays Netlist an upfront license fee of $239 million. After Korean withholding taxes, that's roughly $200 million in cash landing on Netlist's balance sheet. But it doesn't stop there. Samsung will also pay quarterly license fees of up to $32.9 million, running for 20 quarters, all the way through the middle of 2031. Add the upfront payment and the maximum quarterly fees together, and the total gross ceiling on this deal is $897 million. Now, I need to be honest with you about an important detail, because most headlines are skipping it. Those quarterly payments are not guaranteed. They're calculated using a revenue-based formula, with adjustments, and Samsung even has certain refund rights. So $897 million is a contractual maximum, not a promise. The guaranteed portion is that upfront payment. Keep that distinction in mind whenever you see the headline number. Agreement number 2, the supply deal. Samsung Semiconductor will supply Netlist with DRAM and NAND flash products, and Netlist has the right to purchase up to $300 million of memory every single year, up to $1.5 billion over the 5-year term, at pricing terms set in the agreement. And let me clear up a misconception I've seen everywhere: this is not revenue for Netlist. This is Netlist buying chips from Samsung. But here's why it matters. We are in the middle of the biggest memory shortage in history, driven by AI data centers. DRAM and NAND supply is being vacuumed up by hyperscalers. For a company like Netlist that builds and sells memory products, guaranteed access to Samsung silicon at contractual pricing during a shortage is a genuine strategic asset. Agreement number 3, the equity investment. Samsung is purchasing 10 million shares of Netlist common stock, with a 5-year lockup. Samsung isn't just settling a lawsuit, they're becoming a shareholder. That's a signal. You don't buy equity in a company you think is a patent troll. You buy equity in a company whose technology you plan to work with. Agreement number 4, technology cooperation. The companies will collaborate on future memory technologies, and SK Hynix specifically framed this deal as a shared commitment to innovation in the AI memory space. Remember, Netlist and Samsung actually worked together back in 2015 on hybrid memory technology, before the relationship collapsed into litigation. This is a reunion, with Netlist now holding the leverage. And agreement number 5, total legal peace. Every pending legal action between the two companies, settled and mutually released. Every lawsuit, every appeal, and critically, the ITC actions. And that is where this story gets really interesting. Why did Samsung fold now, after fighting for years? Here's my read. In June of 2026, just weeks before this deal, the U.S. International Trade Commission voted to institute a second investigation into Samsung memory chips, based on Netlist's complaint. And here's the nuclear part: that investigation covered products sold by Google, NVIDIA, Broadcom, and Supermicro that use Samsung memory. Think about what that means. The ITC has the power to block infringing products from being imported into the United States. Netlist wasn't just threatening Samsung anymore, it was threatening Samsung's relationships with the biggest AI companies in the world, right in the middle of the AI arms race, at the exact moment Samsung is fighting to win HBM market share. Samsung could risk years of appeals on jury verdicts, but it could not risk its AI customers getting caught in an import ban. That, in my view, is why this deal happened now. So what does this actually mean for Netlist as a business? Let's put the numbers in context. Last quarter, Netlist did about $110 million in sales, with roughly $23 million in gross profit. Unrestricted cash was around $30 million. And here's the brutal part: they spent nearly $17 million on legal battles in a single quarter. That's about 70% of their gross profit, burned on lawyers. Now run the math on the new reality. Roughly $200 million in net upfront cash, versus $30 million in the bank. That's more than 6 times their cash position, landing at once. Quarterly license fees of up to $27.5 million net, flowing in through 2031. And the $16.8 million per quarter in Samsung-related legal spend starts going away. This deal doesn't just add revenue, it transforms the entire financial profile of the company, from a cash-burning litigation story into a funded technology licensing business. And now, the last domino. Micron. Remember, Netlist won a $445 million jury verdict against Micron in 2024. That case is still alive, currently under review at the Federal Circuit Court of Appeals. It was not part of this Samsung settlement. So here's the pattern. SK Hynix settled in 2021, license plus supply deal. Samsung settled in 2026, license plus supply deal plus equity. Micron is now the only major memory maker still fighting. And Micron just watched Samsung, with vastly deeper legal resources, conclude that settling was smarter than fighting. I'm not predicting when or if Micron settles. Appeals courts can still overturn verdicts, and patent validity challenges are ongoing. But the precedent Samsung just set is now sitting on the table in every Micron legal strategy meeting. Let's talk risks, because there are real ones. Netlist still trades on the OTC markets, not a major exchange, which means lower liquidity and higher volatility. The quarterly fees are formula-based and not guaranteed, so the 897 headline may never be fully reached. The supply agreement is a right to buy, not free money. The stock already repriced violently, adding roughly $400 million in market value in a single day, so a lot of this news is now in the price. And small caps that spike 50% can retrace just as fast. But zoom out, and here's the bigger lesson, the one that applies even if you never buy a single share of Netlist. In the AI era, intellectual property is power. A small company with foundational patents, and the courage to enforce them, just brought a $1 trillion giant to the table. First Hynix, then Samsung. The playbook is real, and it's repeatable. That's the kind of asymmetric story most investors only notice after the move has already happened. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit that like button and subscribe, because I'll be covering the Micron appeal and the next chapter of this story as it develops. Drop a comment and tell me, do you think Micron settles next, or fights to the end? And remember, it is never too early, and never too late, to start building wealth. See you in the next one.